Hey guys, it's Hypixel and welcome back to another Bedwars video. Today, I am going to be doing kind of a continuation onto the video I posted the other day, which was on bias. Now, in that video, I didn't actually touch up on a different form of bias, and that's personal bias, as the title probably told you. So basically, personal bias, in the way I like to think about it, at least, it's very much like a regular. Why does my bed defense look so weird for some reason? I don't know. Anyways, it's very much like a regular bias. But the thing is, a regular bias is usually on something else or someone else. A personal bias is on yourself. And another word for this would be your ego. So when you have positive personal bias, I'm also lagging out like crazy. Holy frick. When you have a positive personal bias, you may have a larger ego, or maybe a normal, like, a regular, average ego. But if you have a negative personal bias on yourself, then you may have a lower ego. Anyways, as I was saying, so I'll talk about having a large, or positive personal bias. Blue, I hate you. So when you have a very positive personal bias against yourself, you may think things like, oh, I did this, and no matter what it is, you may be like, oh, that was so good of me, or oh, that was so awesome. Talking about yourself, of course. Contrary to that, or not contrary, I don't know if that's the right word, but on the opposite side of that, you have having a negative personal bias, and you could think, oh, even if you're doing something good, you may think, oh, that was not good, that was bad. Things like that. But one example of that I see a lot, at least with my friends, is I have a lot of friends who are really good at art. But sometimes when they're talking about their art, they may be like, oh my god, why did I make that so bad? And I'll be looking at it, I actually remember it too. Okay. I'll be looking at it and I'll be like, what do you mean that's like really good? But they see it personally as not good. And that has to do with your personal bias or your ego. There might be more benefit to that example. It might not be the best example, that's the best one I can think of, because it might just be like, oh yeah, they're an expert or very good in that certain thing, so they know when they make even subtle mistakes. But then again, I think it also has something to do with just not, just thinking that your work can't be good, or that it's impossible for it to be good. When, of course, if you're listening to this and you do art, I'm sure you're freaking amazing at it, or anything else really, creative, whatever. You're probably amazing at it. But it's weird, and you may be wondering how you can increase your personal bias or ego on yourself and get a better opinion on yourself. Now, I've been working on that for a while. I could be known as someone who has a pretty negative personal bias. I don't think very highly of myself. It's pretty common knowledge that I don't think very highly of myself. But I've tried to change that, and over time, the best thing I found to do that is to appreciate the little things you do. If you do something that you're really proud of, appreciate that thing for yourself. Be proud of yourself. Work yourself up. Be like, oh my god, I did something and that's really nice. I found that to help me the most while trying to improve my personal bias on myself. And of course, by no means am I saying that it's not okay to have a positive personal bias. A very positive personal bias. One of my greatest friends, Nightly Turtle, I'll link him in the description, he's cool. He has a humongous humongous ego, and he makes a common knowledge. But there's nothing wrong with it. If you think very highly of yourself, then that's amazing. I'm glad you feel that way. But it's those people who don't think very highly of themselves that, you know, it's unfortunate. But there's always a way to improve your personal bias, your ego. And if you're watching this, you're an amazing person, okay? Don't let anybody trick you out of that. You're an amazing person. So, just enjoy the little things you do, be proud of yourself. And of course, see you guys next time. Peace.